How long have we been here? How long have we been in office? Anybody know? 69 days?
100 days.
59 business days. That's it. 59 business days. Except for me and a few others, because some of us work 7 days a week, around the clock, 59 business days. And that's important because the simple fact is, you know, there's a staff, there's an administration. Everyone does not stay beyond 5 o'clock. So some work we get done, some work we don't get done. But 59 business days we've been here. What have we done so far? Just to recap, the Cook County Sheriff's Police decided to come in and they wanted to give assistance to the city of Harvey to help to shore up our police force and help to protect the residents here. Harvey Police Department. Hired new chief, deputy chief, director, and other hired new patrol officers. Purchased 4 police vehicles through a Department of Justice grant. So for those who want to know how y'all got the cars, it was a DOJ grant. And ain't don't get after me, get out to the chief. Don't get after me, get out to the chief. Okay, this man is coming in here cooking. Okay, but yeah, so I would get the cars, and it didn't go in certain directions. It was a DOJ grant. But let me ask you this question real quick now. If you get 4 new cars, okay, do you want the cars? Yes or no? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Do you want the cars? Do you want the police officers? Do you want more patrol? Or is it more important that I came and knocked on your door and said, ma'am, is it okay if I go ahead and get these things? Or would you like to see them? Yeah. Well, see, because I have to try to figure it out. Because see, what I can do is I say, you know what? Okay, we're not going to get the cars until I come knock on each one of your doors and find out if it's okay with you. Then maybe after we're done, and after we take the time of adding up all the numbers to figure out how it worked out, then maybe we'll figure out if we're going to get the cars. We cannot govern that way, people. We just can't do that. Decisions have to be made. And when you decided to vote on April 2nd, 2019, you decided to give me that decision-making power. Okay? I promise you I'm not going to abuse it. I may have to be rough with some folks, but okay, when it's time to fight, it's time to fight. But the simple fact is I am not going to abuse the authority that you have given me. Believe me. And I'm not going to degrade myself or my family in that way. And like I've always said, and I don't plan on losing my bar license. Okay, so that's not going to happen. So there's no compromise as far as that's concerned. Found 4 missing truck scales to start holding trucks accountable. We have an issue with trucks driving up and down our residential streets. You're complaining about the potholes, I get them too. I got them right in front of my house. And we know that the trucks are driving down our streets and they're not supposed to be driving down there. Now the street has been destroyed, and of course we want the potholes filled. But there's no other mechanism to hold the people, some of the people who were responsible for creating that situation accountable. So the city had 4 scales, and we did not know where they were. But we found them, and I'll just leave it at that. But we found them. And we are now getting them calibrated. And eventually, if I'm correct, Chief, you can nod yes or no, we'll be putting those scales into work throughout our city and start to hold those scofflaws accountable for what they're doing on our streets. Okay? But we didn't have to buy anymore, and so I'm just so grateful for that. And so that one I want to give, honestly, I got to give that one to her. And to him.
Police.
And what was that?
Police.
Oh, she don't want to take no credit for it. Should I give her credit for it? See, she did. She did it. He did it. You know, they found the skills. Bottom line. And that's money that we don't have to. Senior services. I'm so proud of this. Where we at? Uh-oh. There we go. Senior services. I don't know if he's here today. I'm working on creating a Department of Senior Services. This is extremely important. I hope it is to all of us. It is extremely important to me. Right now, this month, was it this month, I think, Joe? Joe came on this month?
Yes. No, last month.
Last month?
End of last month.
Okay, end of last month. We brought on a Director of Senior Services, Joseph Whittington. Yeah, I think I announced him at the last Community Solutions meeting. Senior services are extremely important. If you travel outside the city of Harvey and you go into some other communities, you see some of the services that our seniors receive. And sometimes you may say to yourself, why aren't we getting those services? Why aren't they doing those things in our community? Remember, this is information. I'm just talking about information. We need to know who you are. We need to know how we can serve you. We need to make your quality of life better. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you. And I hope and pray God allows me to be able to do so. It is my goal and my ambition that every person, all those elders who helped to raise me, which is basically all of you, that your lives will be better 4 years from now than they are today. That you'll be able to look back and you'll be able to say to yourself, well, maybe it ain't perfect, but it sure is better than what it was. That is the goal. And the Department of Senior Services will help to bring those services to you that you need. Just give an example, for immunizations and things like that you may need. Walgreens giving those things out in other communities for free. But we need to have some place here where that is happening for our people when you need your flu shot, for those who take a flu shot. So we want to make sure that our seniors are getting the services that they're supposed to have, but also we want to improve your quality of life. And what do I mean by that? A lot of seniors don't have something to do during the day. And most of the seniors that I met want to stay active. As my mother tells me, they want to stay relevant. And my mother always tells me that over and over again. We want to have something for you to do, a way for you to get engaged in the community. I want seniors to be able to contribute, contribute to what we're doing, because you have experiences well beyond mine. And you know things that I just don't know, because I have not lived long enough yet to learn those things. And we need you to be able to share those things with us so that we can help to make the city better. One thing I learned as an alderman, if I had to listen, you just came to mind, if I had to listen to some of those people in my first year as an alderman that was trying to tell me some things in my first year as an alderman, I probably would have been a better alderman. I probably would have been. All I wanted to do was serve. All I wanted to do was help. But because I wasn't leaning on the people that I should have leaned on, those that knew, I dropped the ball somewhere. I got some things done, but there was a lot of things that I didn't get done that I wanted to do. So now I guess I'm paying a penance for it now, because y'all made me mayor. Building and planning. Hire a new director of building and planning. We did not have one. We had not had a director of building and planning for how many years? 3 years. We needed one. We now have one. Hired new inspectors. We needed new, and we needed more inspectors as well. We now have new inspectors. They are being trained up, and I think some of you may or may not have seen them on the streets. Government resources and funding. We hired a grant writer. A lot of people come to me and say, hey, do you have a grant writer? We have a grant writer now, okay? We hired a lobbyist. Thanks to the city council as well on that one for voting to approve that one. We have a lobbyist to help us out in basically government relations when it comes to Springfield, federal government, Cook County, to try to bring more money into the city of Harvey. The Pace Bus Station. Cleaned up the trash and litter. I don't know if anybody's been to the Pace Bus Station lately, but there's a cry difference between what it was. Cut the grass and trim, held security responsible for walking the area, removed non-patrons, and disrupted drug and gambling activities. Pro-Champs. Pro-Champs is a program that holds banks, landlords, and vacant properties are held responsible for the condition of their property. because people are tired of living next door to an eyesore, okay, or across the street from an eyesore. It helps to remove blight. It collects a registration fee for the city. So part of this program collects a registration fee for the city. Okay, it's not an expense to us. Just so you understand, we're not paying somebody in order to have them do this. What we're doing is when they collect the registration fee for the city, for example, we get this $300 registration fee, we get 200. ProChamps, who operates the program, gets 100. Okay, so it's not really an expenditure to us. The potential revenue stream from the registration in the year is for the city of Harvey. It's $314,453. Okay, it provides a way to find bad properties and has a potential revenue stream from the fines. City Council passed the first part. They passed the first part on May 16th. Okay, but they would not pass the second part. So we're going to keep trying because we need to have some way to deal with the properties in our community. The other thing that ProChamps does is it provides in that registration, it provides us a database so we can know home ownership. Which properties are owned by what people, by what banks, whether it's a bank, whether it's a private party. You know, so we need to know that information because we need to hold people responsible. So I get people just about every day come to me and say, I want to buy a property. Is this property available? Well, the first thing we got to find out, does the city actually own the property? And if anybody saw what was going down on the lower level here, we got a lot of papers and a lot of information stacked up to the ceiling, but we don't have all the information that we need to have right now. And they expect for me to just know right here in this corner of my brain whether we own that property on 1649, wherever it is. You know, that's not something that I walk around with, and we don't have that information. So ProChamps allows us to start to create that database so we can actually answer the questions that you've posed before us. You and them. Yes, ma'am.
What is the second part that
There was an ordinance that needed to be passed along with the agreement. So the first part was the agreement to do business with ProChamps. That passed unanimously. The second part is just the ordinance. That's just part and parcel of the agreement that must be passed, basically allowing ProChamps to do the business that they need to do.
So can I ask why they did not pass?
No. Only because I don't really have that answer. That's not an answer that I can give. Only thing that I will say is this. You know, if it weren't for politics, we'd probably get a lot of things done. That's all I gotta say.
Did the second part have anything to do with money?
No.
The first part did.
No. There was no money, period. The only thing the first part says, okay, do you believe this is a good thing for the city? And would you like to do business with this particular company? Would you like to have them collect a fee of $300? Okay.
That is money.
Of which, yes, but not an expenditure, I'm sorry. Okay. Collect a fee of $300 in which Harvey gets 200 of those dollars and ProChamps gets 100 of those dollars.
And the 200 goes where?
To Harvey.
In what fund?
That would go into our general fund.
So they can't touch it.
Okay. So that was a yes. Then the second part was just a standard, almost boilerplate ordinance that gives them the ability to be able to do that. That was the second part. So, but we're gonna put it back on the agenda. I think it's gonna pass. First of all, number one is, I feel pretty confident that it is. But like I said, if it wasn't for politics, we'd get a lot more done. Public Works, hiring seasonal workers to assist with high grass, fly dumping, potholes, filling, is this correct, Mr.? Okay. Filling of the potholes should be this upcoming week. Okay. Now mind you, it takes us time to get here. okay? I know that childhood diseases, all that stuff was supposed, and homelessness was supposed to be eradicated when I got in office. And I say this stuff, when I say this stuff, I say it just because if I take this stuff too seriously, I'm gonna have a heart attack and die. Okay? But understand, I understand it's real. But just the relationship of trying to get some asphalt in this city is like trying to pull teeth out of a lion's mouth. Now maybe we walked into a situation where it was ideal, then fine. But we are trying to operate an ideal city in situations and circumstances that are not ideal. So just a simple thing of trying to get you asphalt. It's like the James Brown song. Please, 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 please. That's all we do, over and over again, trying to figure out ways to get the things that we need. And people are upset because they haven't been paid. The promises that they were made, they were not kept. And we're trying to reestablish those relationships. So just please give us a little time.
Problem. We hired a alley inspector for Public Works. We haven't had that in 20 years, which will go out directly after we clean it. We've cleaned from 160th to 144th from Wood to Park, and it looks like we were never there. So we hired an alley inspector to try to find out where this dumping's coming from. Also this week we talked to the Illinois EPA. They're going to assist us with cameras. All we have to do is call them. So all we have to do is call them and make it a hotspot. The EPA, who has been working greatly with the city of Harvey to kind of curb this problem. Our dumping fees are so astronomical. This is why we can't have 75 employees and 18,000 grass cutters. Our dumping bills alone are probably over $100,000 right now. Most communities don't have that in a year. So these are some of the things that we're trying to, we ask for help. We're not shy. And you know, as long as you reach out to these agencies, they'll help us in any way they can.
And that's exactly what I was about to say. So I don't even have to say that. But yeah, we're trying to get help with those situations. We really need it. Once again, you're getting dumping at your house, so is she. You're getting dumping at your house, so is he. We're all affected by that. And so we're trying to find the solutions to dealing with that. This administration has been working, you know, on a lot of these issues. You know, that's just fly dumping, has been working on a lot of those issues, and we're continuing to do so. We're not going to argue with folks. We're not going to do it. We're not going to respond to rumors, gossip, innuendos. We're not going to do it. What we're going to do is we're going to get the work done, and then we're going to let the work speak for itself. That's what we're going to do. And so some of the things that the people over here and those over here have been doing so far to help to rebuild this city and lay a new foundation, I'm very proud of as a mayor. We're still developing a plan to address all of the areas where the potholes are. Okay, so once again, we're starting this week, but we're still developing a plan to be able to address those issues. Fire hydrants. Hydrants are checked, are being checked, the damaged, repaired, replaced, flushed, and painted red. Okay, so it's creating a new look in the city, and it also gives me an idea of which ones they actually worked on. We proposed and passed forgiving of the fines. So hopefully some of you took advantage of having your fines or fees forgiven this past July. We passed an ordinance to cease liquor sales at midnight. We apply the fines, forgiveness of fines applied to city stickers, parking code violations, water bills, and other debts owed to the city. Shows you I was doing this at 2 o'clock in the morning. See how that fell out of order? Passed the water bill, the water customer bill of rights. Okay, so you now have a bill of rights when it comes to your water. This is just a few things that my administration has done so far. There's more to come. Thanks for watching.